The Japanese art of kintsugi, when there's a cracked or broken vase, they don't throw it away or hide it in some dark basement. As a matter of fact, they fill the cracks with gold and then proudly put them on display because they say it's the brokenness that makes them more valuable and more beautiful.
So this morning's talk is titled Beautiful Brokenness, and we're going to just look at some of the ways that we might have seen ourselves as broken, or perhaps others saw us as broken. And the idea for this message got started a couple of years ago when we were visiting in Scotland, a lovely place. And there we were, up in a little small village, in a small house, doing a very small house concert.
To very small people, they were about, no, they were normal. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
So we're like up close and personal with these folks, and we asked them their names, and one fella told us his name was Meckel, and we discovered that that was the Scottish pronunciation of Michael. And Meckel expressed his, he said he just loved our song, Beautiful Brokenness, and we just loved his accent. So after the concert, we asked Michael if he would honor us by reading the lyrics to one of our songs. And of course, he chose Beautiful Brokenness. And we'd like to share this lovely accent with you right now.
From the shattered pieces of a life tattered and torn, something lovely rises up, and I have been reborn. Day by day I wake to someone I have never seen. Who'd have guessed that I could ever love someone like me? Beautiful brokenness, love will always win. Beautiful brokenness, that's how the light gets in.
So pretty.
Best accent ever. So that was a great trip, and then we get to take a lot of great trips. Mm-hmm. A while back, we were in the Lake Tahoe area. We had a week off between Sundays, and what a drag that we had to spend it in Lake Tahoe. Oh, man. But I'm saying, like, where can we stay? Who can we stay with? And Stowe says, well, my cousin Claire lives in Lake Tahoe. So we invited ourselves to stay with cousin Claire. And it turns out she's an absolutely delightful person, a fabulous hostess. She made us 3 healthy meals a day, and we had 2 fluffy beds and tons of pillows, and she's quite lovely. It turns out she is an interfaith minister. So we were there over a Wednesday, and on Wednesday morning, Stowe came to me and said, Claire has her group meditation class tonight, and I'm going to go. Well, do you guys have a little committee that lives up in your mind and talks to you? Mine went, group meditation? Well, you suck at meditation. And anyway, how do you do a group meditation? Me. I did not want to go. But how could I not go, right? Claire was so wonderful. So I went. There were only about 8 of us. We were sitting in a circle there with Claire. And she announced that this was going to be a different kind of group meditation. In fact, it was going to be surrounding poetry. Oh, there they went again. Poetry? We don't get poetry. Me. It was my intention to take a nap for the next hour. It was totally not my intention to sob harder each of the 4 times this amazing poem was read. I was a big snotty mess by the end, wasn't I? Oh my God. It's written by the Welsh poet David White. The poem is called Enough. And we actually got permission from his people to borrow 2 lines to write the song we're going to share with you. I felt, I think I was changed that night, actually. Because are there any other fellow type A persons in the room besides Ellen? Okay, and then if you're a New Thought type A person, well, we get it really bad, right? Did I do my affirmations loud enough, long enough? Oh, my vision board, did I choose the right magazines? I don't know. And I just felt that listening to this gorgeous poem, that he was giving me and us permission to just breathe and know that exactly wherever we are and whoever we are in this moment is exactly who and where we are supposed to be. In this moment now, I lay all struggle down, searching for, wanting more. Now at last I'm free. These words are enough. This breath is enough. Oh, what joy to breathe the air of sweet relief. Letting go, no need to know. All will be revealed. These words are enough. This breath is enough. Once a veil of mystery, I close my eyes to see. Perhaps the greater plan is knowing that I am enough.
So 8 years ago, I did not know that I was enough. Back then, I weighed almost 50 pounds less than I weigh right now, which is pretty scary to think
That
about,
is scary.
And I thought I was at the end of my 2-year journey with rectal cancer. And the really sad part of it all for me was it felt like I was about to die with my music still inside me. Because you see, for way too much of my life, I allowed fear to sabotage my dreams. I was afraid that my voice or my songs or my guitar playing weren't good enough. And really, deep down, I think I was just afraid that I wasn't good enough. But I learned the hard way that fear is really toxic to our bodies, right? Because my body took all that fear I put in it, and it said, if you're not going to live your life, you're going to lose it. And it took me 2 years of having cancer and coming this close to the edge of death before I finally got this message that fear doesn't stop you from dying. It stops you from living. And you know what else I learned? How it's going to turn out is not for us to know. Life is a mystery. Enjoy the show. I met him on the south side of the Pensacola Pier, a solitary soldier of the sea. He looked to be 100, but his eyes were crystal clear. And when I spoke, I swear he saw inside of me. He said, "You're trying to figure out the wherefores and the whys. Isn't life supposed to be a big surprise? And how it's gonna turn out, it's not for us to know. Life's a mystery. Enjoy the show. Everything will be okay. In the end, my friend, if it's not okay, it's not the end." I took a breath and let it out and felt a little peace. His wisdom seemed to soothe my troubled soul. And that weight there on my shoulders finally took its leave when I let go of trying to keep control. The old man smiled at me and said it was never in your hands. Don't you think it makes God laugh when we make plans? And how it's gonna turn out, it's not for us to know. Life's a mystery, yeah. Enjoy the show, everything will be okay. In the end, my friend, if it's not okay, it's not the end. The truth washed over me like some sweet song. Deep down inside, I guess I knew it all along. How it's gonna turn out is not for us to know, no. Life's a mystery, ooh yeah. Enjoy the show, everything will be okay. In the end, my friend, if it's not okay, hey, if it's not okay, it's not the end. No, no. Woo-hoo. Thank you. Thank you. Aw, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Life is good.
Hey, Stowe, before you go on, it's always dangerous in this church to me because I always want to look at how Becca is saying one thing or not. Oh, it's not Becca now. Who is it? Shelby. Okay, Shelby, how did you sign, "Don't you think it makes God laugh when we make plans"? Don't you? Thank you. I just had to see that. Thank you. Cool.
So there was something else I got along the way, and that was that these bodies, if you want to stay on this earth plane, these bodies are really important. So it's been said that the body is the temple of our soul. And I'm looking out here today, and I see some really good-looking temples. If you're able, if you're willing, stand up and shake your temple. And sing with us when you get it. My body is the temple of my soul. My
But Lord, I've changed my ways, 'cause heaven knows. Yeah, my body is a temple of my soul. My body is a temple of my soul. I know I can't abuse it, 'cause I don't want to lose it. My body is a temple of my soul. Oh, when I was young, I didn't want to hear it, no. But every year I'm closer to the truth. It's all connected, body, mind, and spirit. Oh, good God, you mean no Jumbo Baby Ruth? No, because my body is a temple of my soul. My body is a temple of my soul. I know I can't abuse it, 'cause I don't want to lose it. My body is a temple of my soul. So that makes it a vessel, holy and special. To harness its powers, I'll get my 8 hours. Less emails
And text.
more dancing,
And sex.
in all things moderation,
Less work.
more vacation, more veggies and fruits,
For this body suit.
but most of all, please, everybody,
Remember to
breathe.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
My body is a temple of my soul.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. My body is a temple of my soul. My body is a temple of my soul. My body is a temple of my soul. I know I can't abuse it, 'cause I don't want to lose it. My body is a temple of my soul.
I've only got one of it.
It's up to me to love it. My body is the temple of my soul.
Wow.
I like seeing the temple of the souls dancing.
Dancing in the aisles. I do too. That was great. Well, my mama's sweet little temple lasted until she was 94. But the last 8 years of her life, I could not see any beauty in what seemed to be extreme brokenness. And it's really a joy that there are 2 people in this room who knew my mama. Ellen did back in El Paso, and my cousin Terry is here. Where are you, Terry? There he is. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So I have to tell you a little bit about my mama. First of all, she was the quintessential Jewish mother. I am a nice Jewish girl from El Paso, which always makes people laugh. I don't get that, but she was a Leo. Who else? Let's see all you Leos. Raise your. Okay, well, and that's how they are. My husband is the same way. Bigger than life, and she was that. She also belonged to Mensa, the Society for Genius IQ people. She was so smart, and she was very proud of her smarts. She was an artist. I don't know if you can see this ring. She made this ring. She was a force. Well, she ended up legally blind from macular degeneration, no more art, and living in a dementia care unit. And I have to tell you that in spite of 30 plus years of these wonderful unity teachings, where it has been proven to me time and time again that everything happens for a reason, and in fact that there is perfection in everything, I couldn't see the perfection in what was happening to my mama. So I went to some fairly dark places and I railed at God and, this is so mean. The good news is I didn't stay there long because I thought about these principles. And I said, okay, if there is perfection in this, you have got to show it to me. And I got my answer with the idea for this song, which saved my life. And we want to send it out to any of you who have made this journey with a parent. Terry, all of you. If you are currently making a journey like this with one of your parents or partners, we send you extra special love and hope that you find some comfort. This is the woman who had all the answers, the one I would lean on for comfort, for strength. She's never forgotten one grandchild's birthday. Now she can't remember my name. And it makes me so angry. I shake my fist and cry out to the heavenly one. Why would you play such a cold-hearted trick? I thought your job was to love. And the answer came down from above. She's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. This is the woman who saw things so clearly, the one who could pick out one crumb on the floor. She saw through a white lie, saw me through love's eyes. She hardly can see anymore. And it makes me so sad, and it just isn't fair. Why should so much be taken away? But when I cry out for all that she's lost, I silently hear someone say, she's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. And oh, the wonder she'll see, and I know she'll remember to watch over me. She's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. To carry on angels' wings. Love note. If you are going through a difficult time with one of your parents now, if you have become the parent and they the child, If they are not who they were, and you find yourself confused, stressed, and angry, I understand. I know this is not easy. And it's all right. And it's perfect. Breathe, cry, go to a ridiculous movie, take a walk, find a support group, consume moderate amounts of chocolate, and take good care of yourself. My heart is with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that reading was from my book that has a CD in the back with that song and other songs. And I've asked Stowe to share my favorite pages from her newest book. I hope you'll come on Wednesday night because we'll talk about why we're doing this together, how it came to be. It is such a God thing. But I'm not going to tell you till Wednesday night. Anyway, is it story
Yes,
time?
it is.
It's story time. You're going to see in 3 pages why this woman is my best friend ever. She's a brave, transparent, sweet woman. And I'll shut up now.
Thank you.
Okay.
You can keep going. Yeah, so 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 3 rectal cancer, which is a real pain in the you-know-what. And I did what I think most people would do if they're diagnosed with what sounds like it could be a fatal illness. And that is, I put all the focus on my body because my body was broken and I could see that it definitely needed healing. The most wonderful thing is that I found out along the way was that there was something else in me that was broken and in need of healing, and that was the wounds of my soul. I got a glimpse of that when I was visiting with this lovely lady down in Florida who does healing work. And I would just want to share an excerpt from a conversation that we had. She said, "Do you love yourself, Stowe? I mean, really love yourself?" "Yes," I answered too quickly. She studies me. Over the last few months, I've learned that Marilyn is one of those special people who has not only the gift of healing, what some call laying on of hands, but she also has the ability to see beyond the surface, perhaps what's called the gift of knowledge. In other words, she intuitively knows what people are thinking. When I look in her eyes, she smiles, and I have the feeling she is on to me. "You know," she says, "right now, you look just like your daughter, Grace." "Oh, well, thank you. That's quite a compliment." "Yes, she's a special little girl." Again, Marilyn studies me. She leans in closer. "You've told me about your past, Stowe, how your mother died when you were young, and how your father put you and your brother into foster care. And I know you were abused emotionally and sexually. I can only imagine that throughout all of that, you must have felt abandoned, unloved." Yes, my voice is barely a whisper. "And perhaps as a child, you thought that if the world didn't love you, and if your family didn't love you, maybe you didn't deserve to be loved." My jaw tightens and I lower my eyes. The room suddenly feels hot. Am I right? I nod slowly. "Okay, Stowe, I want you to do something for me. Close your eyes and imagine a few of the bad things that happened to you as a child. Can you do that?" "Yes." "All right. Now I want you to imagine those things happening to Grace." "No," I cry out suddenly. Tears sting my eyes. This is an unbearable thought. Marilyn reaches out to me, placing her hand on mine. Okay. Now, I want you to see yourself as you see Grace, to picture the beautiful child that you are. Love her like you love Grace. All my life I tried to hide the cracks within my soul. God forbid that you should see what no one else should know. Day by day it wore me down, this aching pain inside. I had no choice but to set free what would not be denied. Beautiful brokenness, love will always win. Beautiful brokenness, that's how the light gets out here in the open. I have freed my soul. Somehow being broken has made me whole. Beautiful brokenness, love will always win. Beautiful brokenness, that's how the light gets
So I want to take you back to Scotland for a moment. The day after our small Scottish house concert, we heard from Michael, and this is what he shared with us. That 35 years before, right there in Prestwick, Ayrshire, a small town in Scotland with, he shared with us, a small village mentality, he had been born Michelle. And he had lived the next 34 years in great confusion and pain and feeling very broken because his outsides didn't match his insides. And he knew that something was really wrong. So just a year before, he had very bravely completed the steps to fill his broken places with gold and to become the beautiful man that he always knew that he was.
So now that you know the rest of the story, we'd like to share Michael with you once again.
From the shattered pieces of a life tattered and torn, something lovely rises up, and I have been reborn. Day by day, I wake to someone I have never seen. Who'd have guessed that I could ever love someone like me? Beautiful brokenness. Love will always win. Beautiful brokenness. That's how the light gets in.
So we just want to say in closing, please remember that your life is a prayer that God is praying.
Yeah. So celebrate who you are. Be who you were born to be, for therein lies the gold.
And know that wherever you are on your journey, you are enough.
And if it's not okay, it is not the end.
And please take care of your body temple, because you are one of God's most amazing works of art.
And it is our unique and precious scars that make us more valuable and more beautiful.
And so it is. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stowe and Karen. Thank you for sharing your message, your stories, and your hearts with us. Well, now is the time, as the ushers come forward, that we get to participate in our offering. And so if you can take your offering in your hand, if you contribute electronically, we have cards in the pews that you can use to acknowledge that, or you can text to 74483 as we get to participate in supporting this amazing community where we get to experience the joy and the love like this and carry it out into the world. So let's say together our offering affirmation. Divine
boy, we get to do a song as this is happening here, so that's cool. I just want to take one moment to say that we do take our roles as musical healers very seriously, which is why we put together a whole bunch of stuff. Did you know that Christmas is only like 15 weeks away? I'm telling you. So we put together a package where everything you heard read or sung today is in that package, and you save a bunch of money, and there's all your Christmas presents.
Yeah, come back to our table regardless, and we're giving away something free, right?
Yes, free hugs. We would love to see you there.
Yeah, and also, we just want to say, take this moment to say that we do keynotes, we do retreats. If you have an organization that you think would appreciate what we do, we would love to share that with them.
We would. Come grab a card at our table. Okay, so you see that Stowe and I tend to write some songs about pretty serious subjects.
Yeah.
And so we were studying the Buddhist teaching of non-attachment, right? Letting go of things that no longer serve us, like...
It could be a relationship that's gone sour, or a soul-sucking job.
Yes, some of us have had those.
Yeah.
And so, since it's the Buddhist teaching of non-attachment, I figured the song was going to go something like, oh, the Buddhist teaching of non-attachment. And she would not go there with me, my rocker chick best friend. Instead, this is what came out.
I can see the claw marks on your door, holding on for dear life, afraid of what's in store. Oh, he treats you like a dog, yeah, and you're the tail that wags. I got a message for you, let go or be dragged. Let go.
Sing with us when you get it.
Let go. Let
grip you can't set free. I'd hate to see the spike marks on your EKG. One day you're gonna wake up in a body bag. Oh my. Wishing you to listen, let go or be dragged. Here we go. Let go. Let go. Let go or be dragged. It's gonna feel strange. Ooh, that's understood. Just repeat after me. Change is good. Take it, Karen. Yeah. Only at Unity on the Hills can you get kazoo on Sunday morning. Thinking we're in charge here. It's a bloody curse. We don't have to hand crank the universe. Hands up and surrender. Wave your little white flag. Ain't no use resisting. Let go or be dragged. Everybody. Let go. Let go. Let go. One more time. Let go. Let go. Let go. Or be dragged. Resistance is futile. You guys are great. Thank you.
So now we get to bless the offering, this energy that we're sending out that carries our mission and our vision of unconditional love and transformation. We let that go out into the world to do its work, and we're grateful. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. If you like the message, we invite you to like it or share it. And we also want to let you know that we're on Instagram, Twitter, and we'll see you again next Sunday on Facebook at 11:25.
We're a New Thought church where lives are transformed, and we welcome you to check us out. Check out our website, unityhills.org. We'll see you next week.
Namaste.